Hello dear students, welcome to KCET JEE NEET classes on the chapter Structure of Atom. Dear students, in the previous session we learned some of the important concepts of the chapter and few MCQs on the chapter. In this today's session, that is level 2 session, we are going to concentrate more on KCET based questions and few JEE and NEET questions. Let us begin our today's session. If you have not yet watched the previous video, I request you to go through that one and the link will be given in the description box. Let us begin today's session with the first question. The most probable radius in picometers for finding the electron in helium ion is. There are four options: 105.8 picometers, 52.9 picometers, 26.5 picometers, 0 picometers. Dear students, to calculate the radius of nth orbit in Bohr's atomic model, we have the formula Rn is equal to 52.9 n square divided by Z picometers. Here, helium atom is given. Helium atom, which is having atomic number 2, that is Z equal to 2. And they are talking about helium plus ion, that means n is equal to 1. Substitute the values in the above equation. We are going to get 52.9, 1 square is 1 divided by Z is 2 in terms of picometer, which gives the answer 26.5 picometers. The correct option is option C. Moving to the next question. Question number 2. Which of the following wave properties directly related to energy of electromagnetic radiation? Velocity, frequency, wave number, all of these. Dear students, energy of electromagnetic radiations according to Planck quantum theory, which is equal to h nu. That is, energy is directly proportional to frequency of electromagnetic radiation. Correct option is option B, frequency. Moving to the next question. Question number 3. Maximum number of electrons in subcell can be 4l plus 2, 4l minus 2, 2n square, 2l plus 1. Dear students, we learned number of electrons in orbit or cell must be 2n square. Whereas in case of orbital or subcell, it is 2. But the direct answer is not given here. So we can go with the first one, 4l plus 2, where l is azimuthal quantum number. For s orbital it is 0, for p it is 1, for d it is 2, and for f it is 3. Substitute the values here in the above equation. 4 into 0 plus 2, which is equal to 2 electrons. 4 into 1 plus 2, which is equal to 6 electrons. 4 into 2 plus 2, which is equal to 10 electrons. Similarly, 4 into 3 plus 2, which is equal to 14 electrons. So this equation 4l plus 2 is going to satisfy the number of electrons present in each of the orbitals. Hence, the correct option is 4l plus 2, where l is azimuthal quantum number and the values for orbitals s, p, d and f are given here. Going to the next question. Question number 4. A 0.66 kg ball is moving with a speed of 100 meter per second. Find the wavelength. Mass is given. Mass is equal to 0.66 kg and velocity is given. It has 100 meter per second. According to de Broglie, lambda is equal to h divided by p, which is also equal to h divided by m into v. Substitute the values and we will get the answer 6.62 into 10 to the power minus 34 joules seconds divided by Mass is 0.66 kg. I can write it as 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 1 kg into 100 meter per second. I can write 10 to the power plus 2 meter per second, which is equal to 6.62 into 10 to the power minus 34. Joule can be written as kg meter square per second square, and second as it is, divided by 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 1, 10 to the power plus 2, which is equal to 10 to the power plus 1 kg meter per second. Kg get cancelled, meter 1 meter get cancelled, per second and per second square get cancelled. So answer what we are going to get, it is in terms of meter, which is equal to 6.6 get cancelled. So answer what we are going to get, it is in terms of 10 to the power. So here 10 to the power minus 34 into 10 to the power plus 1, it becomes minus 1 to meters, which is equal to 10 to the power minus 35 meters. That is 1 into 10 to the power minus 35 meters. So the correct option is option D. Moving to the next question. According to Bohr's theory, the angular momentum of an electron in the fifth orbit is. Angular momentum, we have the formula mvr is equal to nh divided by 2 pi, where n is number of orbits and number of orbit is given, it is fifth orbit. So which can be written as 5h divided by 2 pi, which upon simplification 2 ones are 2.5. So 2.5 h divided by pi is the answer. So angular momentum for both fifth orbit is 2.5 h divided by pi. The correct option is option B. Moving to the next question. Question number 6. The energy of an electron in the nth Bohr orbit of hydrogen atom is. Orbit is nth orbit and z equal to 1. So we have the formula to calculate Bohr's nth orbit is En is equal to minus RH z square divided by n square. Here RH value is to be taken in terms of electron volt, that is 13.6 minus sign as it is 13.6, z is 1 square is 1 divided by n is nth orbit, n square keep it as it is. So the energy of Bohr's nth orbit is minus 13.6 divided by n square. The correct option is option C. It is in terms of electron volt. Moving to the next question. Question number 7. Which of the following electron transition in hydrogen atom will require largest amount of energy? Dear students, please remember, amount of energy required means electron is exciting from its lower energy level to higher energy level. It is N1 and it is N2. Lower to higher it is going, hence amount of energy it is requiring. So delta E must be positive. In Bohr's atomic model, we learned the electron exciting from lower energy level to the higher energy level, amount of energy is going to require. Some amount of energy is to be supplied. Whenever the electron is coming from higher energy level to the lower energy level, energy is liberated. So here the question is with respect to lower energy level to higher energy level. N equal to 1 to 2, N equal to 2 to 3, N equal to 3 to 5. These are the electron transition from lower energy to higher energy level. Whereas infinity to 1, it is the electron is coming back to the first orbit. And also please remember, we have the nucleus at the center and this is the first cell, and the second cell will be far away from the nucleus. Next comes third, fourth, fifth, sixth, etc. Whenever there is excitation of electron from lower energy level, n equal to 1 to higher energy level, n equal to 2, greater amount of energy is required. So this is about the theoretical concept. Coming to the calculation part, we learned energy E is equal to h nu, which can also be written as hc divided by lambda, which can also be written as hc nu bar, because nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda. And we also learned that Nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda, which is equal to RH into the bracket 1 divided by n1 square minus 1 divided by n2 square. Substitute the values of option A, B and D. We can get the answer. So nu bar is equal to RH into the bracket 1 divided by 1 square is 1 minus 1 divided by 2 square is 4, which is equal to 3 divided by 4 times of RH. Coming to the second option, nu bar is equal to RH into the bracket 1 divided by 2 square is 4 minus 1 divided by 3 square is 9, which is equal to 5 divided by 36 times RH. Coming to the fourth option, nu bar is equal to RH into the bracket 1 by 3 square is 9 minus 1 divided by 5 square is 25, which is equal to 16 divided by 225 times of RH. So with this we can get the answer that 3 by 4 times of RH is having higher energy than compared to other. So the option A is the correct one, which require largest amount of energy. Moving to the next question. Question number 8. A body of mass x kg is moving with a velocity of 100 meter per second. Its de Broglie wavelength is 6.62 into 10 to the power minus 35 meters. Then x is, h values are given and there are 4 options given. So mass is to be calculated. Mass given is x kg and velocity given is 100 meter per second. So according to de Broglie's wavelength, lambda is equal to h divided by p, which is equal to h divided by m into v. We can substitute the values. H value is given 6.62 into 10 to the power minus 34 joules seconds divided by mass is to be calculated x kg into velocity 100 meter per second, 10 to the power plus 2 I can write, and meter per second as it is. And lambda is also given 6.62 into 10 to the power minus 35 meters. So therefore x kg, which is equal to 6.62 into 10 to the power minus 34 kg meter square per second square, second as it is, kg meter square per second square is joule, divided by 6.62 into 10 to the power minus 35 meters into 10 to the power plus 2 meter per second. Meter, 1 meter get cancelled, per second square, second per second get cancelled, another meter also get cancelled. So answer what we are going to get, it is in terms of kg, and that we want, which is equal to 6.62 get cancelled, 10 to the power minus 34 into 10 to the power plus 35 into 10 to the power minus 2 kg, which is equal to 10 to the power minus 34 minus 2, which is equal to 10 to the power minus 36 into 10 to the power plus 35. So answer what you are going to get, it is in terms of 10 to the power minus 1 kg, which can also be written as x kg, which is equal to 0.1 kg. The correct option is option D. Moving to the next question. Question number 9. An electron in an atom moves randomly around the nucleus, has fixed space around the nucleus, is stationary in various energy levels, is moving around its nucleus in definite energy level. So the correct option is option D. It is a theoretical based question. According to Bohr's atomic model, electron moves around the nucleus in a definite circular path called energy levels, stationary states, etc. Moving to the next question. Question number 10. If the ionization energy for hydrogen atom is 13.6 electron volt, then the ionization energy of helium plus ion should be. There are 4 options given. So there are 2 methods to calculate this one. Let us start with the first method. Energy of nth orbit, we have the formula minus RH Z square divided by N square. So we need the ionization energy for helium atom, atomic number, that is Z equal to 2, and as they are talking about He plus ion, N equal to 1. Therefore E1 is equal to minus 13.6, because we want the answer in electron volt. 13.6 Z square is 2 square multiplied by 4 divided by 1, because N equal to 1. The answer is minus 72.2 electron volt. So this negative sign indicates energy is liberated. But for ionization energy, amount of energy required to liberate the electron, that means En is to be taken as positive value plus 72.2 electron volt. The correct option is option D. The second method is considering the ionization energy of hydrogen atom, which is equal to RH Z square divided by N square divided by ionization energy of helium plus ion, which is equal to RH Z square divided by N square. RH get cancelled. Ionization energy of hydrogen divided by ionization energy of helium ion, which is equal to Z square divided by N square divided by Z square divided by N square. For hydrogen atom, Z is equal to 1, 1 square is 1 divided by hydrogen is having orbit 1, N equal to 1, 1 square is 1 divided by, for helium Z equal to 2, 2 square is 4 divided by He plus, means it is N equal to 1, 1 square is 1. So ionization energy of hydrogen is given as 13.6 electron volt divided by ionization energy of helium plus to be calculated, which is equal to 1 divided by 1 into 1 divided by 4. Therefore ionization energy of helium plus, which is equal to 13.6 into 4, which is equal to 72.2 electron volt. Again, the correct option is option D. Moving to the next question. In hydrogen atom, the electron is at the distance of 4.768 angstrom unit from the nucleus. The angular momentum of the electron is, to get the angular momentum, mvr, which is equal to nh divided by 2 pi, we need to calculate n. To get the n value, indirectly they are given the radius Rn. So radius, which is equal to, we have the formula 0.529 n square divided by z angstrom unit, or 52.9 n square by z picometers. So value is given in terms of angstrom unit, so we can go with respect to angstrom unit. So our value is given as 4.768, which is equal to 0.529. N equal to, need to calculate n square divided by z for hydrogen atom is 1. Therefore n square, which is equal to 4.768 divided by 0.529. N square is equal to, the answer is 9. Therefore n is equal to root 9, which is equal to 3. So substitute the value of n in this equation. What we get is angular momentum mvr is equal to 3h divided by 2 pi. The correct option is option A, 3h divided by 2 pi. Moving to the next question. Question number 12. With regards to the photoelectric effect, identify the correct statement among the following. Energy of electron ejected increases with the increase in the intensity of incident light. Number of electron ejected increases with increase in the frequency of incident light. Number of electron ejected increases with increase in the work function. Number of electron ejected increases with increase in the intensity of incident light. Dear students, it is a theoretical based question, and the correct option for question number 12 is option D. Number of electron ejected, it is directly proportional or increases with increase in the intensity of incident light. Whenever we are talking about the energy, energy is directly proportional to frequency, whereas number of electrons ejected is directly proportional to intensity of incident light. The correct option is option D. Moving to the next question. Question number 13. The number of 2p electrons having a spin quantum number S is equal to minus 1 by 2r. So in 2p, we have total number of electrons 6. It consists of 2px orbitals, 2py orbital and 2pz orbital. So these are the three possible orbitals for p. So in each p orbital there are two electrons, one up arrow and another down arrow. That means one is clockwise rotation and there is anti-clockwise rotation. With respect to spin quantum number, one with the up spin or clockwise direction gives a plus half value, whereas the second one gives minus half value. So such minus half values 1 electron, 2 electron, 3 electron. So 2p contains 3, S is equal to minus 1 by 2 values electrons. So the correct option is option B. Moving to the next question. Question number 14. The atomic number of nickel and copper are 28 and 29 respectively. The electronic configuration is given. It represents which of the following ions or atom. So let us write the electronic configuration of nickel first. Atomic number is 28. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d8 and 4s2. Whereas copper atomic number 29, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d10 and 4s1. 3d10 configuration because completely filled orbitals are more stable than compared to incompletely filled orbitals. So by the loss of one electron, we are going to get the electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d10, which is the given representation of electronic configuration, and copper by the loss of one electron gets Cu plus 1 oxidation state. So that is question number 14, option A is the correct one. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d10 represents Cu plus ion. Moving to the next question. When the azimuthal quantum number has the value of 2, the number of possible orbitals are 7, 5, 3, 0. So azimuthal quantum number L equal to 2, it represents d orbital, because for S it is 0, for P it is 1, for D it is 2 and for F it is 3. And D is having total 5 orbitals, dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square and dz square. In other way, we can write it as with respect to magnetic quantum number, m values minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1 and plus 2. So again there is a presence of total 5 different orbitals. So correct option for question number 15 is B, 5. Moving to the next question. Question number 16. The correct set of 4 quantum numbers for outermost electron of potassium Z equal to 19 is. There are 4 options given. Potassium atomic number is given, it is 19. Let us write the electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6 and 4s1. So outermost cell is 4s1, which is having n value 4. L value for s orbital is 0. If L is 0, m is also 0, and S, as it is having only one electron and which will be up spin, therefore it is plus 1 by 2. 4, 0, 0, 1 by 2 is the correct option. That is option A. The set of quantum number which represents outermost electron in potassium is 4, 0, 0, 1 by 2. Moving to the next question. Question number 17. The wave number of a spectral line in the emission spectrum of hydrogen will be equal to 8 by 9 times of Rydberg constant if the electron jump from which of the following orbitals to n equal to 1. So you can observe here, in all the cases, one of the orbital is fixed, that is the electron is coming to n equal to 1. That means n1 value is fixed, n2 we need to find. So we have the formula, wave number which is equal to RH into the bracket 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square, wave number of spectral line which is equal to 8 by 9 times of Rydberg constant, that is 8 by 9 times of Rydberg constant RH, which is equal to RH into the bracket 1 by n1 is fixed 1 square is 1 minus 1 by n2 we need to find out. Therefore 8 by 9 which is equal to RH get cancelled, 1 by 1 minus 1 by n2 square, keep it as it is. In the next step we can take 1 by 1 left side which is equal to minus 1 by n2 square, keep it as it is. Therefore 8 minus 9 divided by 9 which is equal to minus 1 by n2 square. So upon simplification what we get is minus 1 by 9 which is equal to minus 1 by n2 square. Therefore n2 square which is equal to 9, n2 is equal to square root of 9 which is equal to 3. So here we got the answer, n1 is equal to 1 and n2 is equal to 3. When the electron jump from n equal to 3 to n equal to 1, the wave number of spectral line 8 by 9 times of Rydberg constant will be obtained. The correct option is option B, n equal to 3 to n equal to 1. Moving to the next question. Question number 18. The two electrons have the following set of quantum numbers P and Q. Two values are given. Which of the following is true? Let us write the P values. It is 3, 2, minus 2, 1 by 2. And Q is 3, 0, 0, 1 by 2. For P values, n equal to 3, L equal to 2, M equal to minus 2, and S is half. That means electron belong to third orbit, d orbital, and only one electron is represented, that is 3d1. That means the electron belongs to 3d orbital. Similarly for Q values, n equal to 3 again, but L equal to 0 because it is s orbital. M equal to also 0 because L is 0 and S is 1 by 2. That means the electron belongs to third orbit and s orbital, that is 3s orbital. Let us calculate the energy of orbitals by using n plus L rule. For 3d orbital and for 3s orbital, n equal to 3 plus L equal to 2 which is equal to 5 for 3d, and for 3s n equal to 3 and L equal to 0 which is equal to 3. That means P is having higher energy than compared to Q. The correct option is option B. P has greater energy than Q. Moving to the next question. Question number 19. The uncertainty in momentum of an electron is 1 into 10 to the power minus 5 kg meter per second. The uncertainty in position will be, H value is given. Let us find out. The uncertainty in momentum is given, P, delta P, which is equal to 1 into 10 to the power minus 5 kg meter per second, and uncertainty in position to be calculated. We have the formula to calculate uncertainty in position as delta x into delta P, which is equal to H divided by 4 pi. Therefore, delta x which is equal to H is given 6.62 into 10 to the power minus 34 kg meter square per second divided by 4 into 3.142 because pi is 3.142 into delta P value it is given, it is 1 into 10 to the power minus 5 kg meter per second, which is equal to 6.62 into 10 to the power minus 34 divided by 4 into 3.142. The value is 12.57 into 10 to the power minus 5 as it is. kg get cancelled, meter 1 meter get cancelled, per second get cancelled. Answer what we get, it is in terms of meters, which is equal to 6.62 divided by 12.57 means around roughly it is 1.2 into 10 to the power minus 34 into 10 to the power minus 5 becomes plus 5 meters. Upon simplification, what we get is 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 34 plus 5 means minus 29 meters, which can also be written as 5 into 10 to the power minus 30 meters. So in the given options, it is 5.27 and 5.25. Now we can go with respect to the 10th power, 10 to the power minus 30. That means it is option C, 5.27 into 10 to the power minus 30 meters. So question number 19, option C is the correct one. Moving to the next question. Question number 20. A 200-gram golf ball is moving with a speed of 5 meters per hour. The associated wavelength is, H value is given and options in 10th power is given. So mass of the ball is given, it is 200 gram, which is equal to 200 into 10 to the power minus 3 kg, which can also be written as 2 into 10 to the power minus 1 kg. And velocity is given as 5 meters per hour. But we need the answer in terms of meter per second. So we can write this as 5 meters per 1 hour into 1 hour contains 60 minutes into 1 minute contains 60 seconds. So R get cancelled, minutes unit get cancelled. What we get is 5 meters divided by 60 into 60 seconds, which is equal to around 0.0013 meter per second, which is equal to 1.3 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter per second. So we can substitute the value to get the wavelength, that is de Broglie's wavelength is equal to h divided by p, which is equal to h divided by m into v, which is equal to 6.62 into 10 to the power minus 34 joules seconds divided by mass 2 into 10 to the power minus 1 kg into 1.3 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter per second, which is equal to 6.62 into 10 to the power minus 34 as it is into 10 to the power plus 1 into 10 to the power plus 3. Joule can be converted into kg meter square per second square, second as it is, divided by 2 into 1.3 kg meter per second. We need the answer in 10th power only, so we can get the answer here itself. Upon simplification, kg get cancelled, 1 meter get cancelled, per second per second square get cancelled, which is equal to 6.62 into 10 to the power minus 34 plus 4 is minus 30 meters divided by 2.6, which upon simplification the lambda value what we get is around 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 30 meters. The answer whatever we need, it is 10th power, that is 10 to the power minus 30 is the answer. Question number 20, option C, 10 to the power minus 30 meters. Dear students, hope you enjoy the session. We'll meet in the next session with level 3 questions. Thank you all.